You know, the internet is full of rise and fall stories. Stories of people being brought up, garnering an audience and popularity based on lies, a false public perception, and only for all that to be taken away once the true character of that person had been revealed. And today, I want to talk about what might be one of the craziest rise and fall stories that anyone has ever seen. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about Colleen Ballinger, or Ballinger. I have no clue how to say her name.
Colleen Ballinger. Colleen Ballinger.
Colleen Ballinger, Colleen Ballinger is back. She's made a video talking since her last attempt at a redemption, since allegations of her being weird with children. A lot of people called it grooming. I don't know if I'd go that far, but definitely being inappropriate with children and just overall toxic behavior with fellow creators and also just in general. After being urged by, I'm sure, everybody on her PR team to not talk about all the mudslinging and allegations around her name, she took this advice a little too literally and decided to denounce all these allegations in the form of song.
Everyone just believes that you are the type of person who manipulates and abuses children.
What a freaking banger. What an absolute bop. This response did not provide any evidence that she did or didn't do any of the things she was being accused of. It just simply disregarded all of it as fake news. Fake news. Took the Donald Trump method. Ladies and gentlemen, the only thing that I've ever groomed is my cats, okay? So all this did was make the situation like 1,000 times worse. There was a little side story that happened there too that was pretty interesting. You see, with all these allegations getting thrown around, victims of Colleen and her family started coming forward. The first time I saw a couple of these people come up and speak was on the H3H3 podcast, but one of these people stood out more than the rest. On July 10th, 2023, the H3 podcast brought on 3 supposed victims of Colleen Ballinger and her family. Their names were Oliver, Becky, and Johnny, and one stood out a little bit more than the rest, being Johnny, and the main difference between him and the other victims was Johnny would not shut the fuck up. So even here on the video on the H3 Podcast Highlights channel, you go into the comments and you see people remarking all of the different times all of these different people spoke, and they even leave the comment that Johnny spoke about 45 minutes to an hour, podcast covering 3 people's stories. Becky roughly 11 minutes and Oliver for only about 3 minutes. And that just goes to show that this Johnny guy was very excited to have his moment in the limelight. He would not shut his mouth. What I'm trying to say is, even at the time, it seemed to me at least that Johnny Silvestri was prioritizing making sure he got his time in the limelight over giving his story and trying to support other victims. And this suspicion was later confirmed by another YouTuber by the name of Swoop, who made a pretty long video with collaboration from Adam McKendry, another more well-known victim of Colleen, going over all the inconsistencies of Johnny's story and how, although there were things that Colleen did to people that needed to be called out, Johnny had not been an actual victim, at least to the gravity, to the level that he claimed to be. At the very least, he exaggerated his claims. At the most, he completely lied. Go watch Swoop's video. I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. Oh yeah, and also the song that she sang there in her comeback video, the apology video, Toxic Gossip Train, it went live on Apple Music and started getting copyright claimed by people talking about Colleen on YouTube. It turned out to actually not be Colleen. It was like some big scam that somebody was orchestrating to make money, but it was just some other side venture that went on at the time. So with the original story and all these subsidiary stories that took place, you know, around the big story, this was like the talk of the town for a really, really long time. And now we have new news, okay? We got something new that happened. Colleen came back today with a vlog just in time for the holiday season, when AdSense pays the most on YouTube. We have Colleen Ballinger, also known as Miranda Sings, hitting us with fall vlog. Colleen Vlogs has posted fall. Yeah. She takes the first 3 minutes of this video that's supposed to be a vlog to talk about the drama and the last video, how the last video was embarrassing. She describes it as embarrassing. Her response was embarrassing. And, you know, she goes a little bit in how she did make some mistakes in her career and she's going to try to do better now. And, you know, the basic apology video shit we've all come to expect from these creators when they screw up and they come back and they try to do their best to do an apology. Honestly, this is the most I think anybody could have expected to get. And I don't see why this video would change anybody's opinion one way or the other, but at least now she has put out something that resembles a half-decent response to all of the allegations and drama floating around about her. You can go to Colleen Vlogs and look at Fall Vlog to see the beginning of that video and determine what you think of what she has to say. I'm not going to play it here, but what is the reception? What is the public reception around Colleen's new response? Well, let's look into that. So we all know that BuzzFeed is a very unbiased and respected source of news on the internet, so we just know right off the rip here that we're going to get a super fair and unbiased opinion from BuzzFeed over the basic reception of her coming back, but I'll also do my best to filter through any bullshit that I sniff here. So we have Colleen Ballinger, aka Miranda Sings, finally broke her silence after the ukulele video addressing grooming allegations. Earlier this year, allegations surfaced against Colleen Ballinger, aka Miranda Sings, that the YouTube personality had engaged in inappropriate conduct with younger fans earlier in her career, with one fan alleging that she groomed him. Now me, personally, the allegations that I have seen following the story, I wouldn't describe anything that she's done as grooming, but that is what some people are calling it, and yeah, I don't know, that's just my take there. Adam McKintry claimed that Colleen sent him a pair of her panties and bra when he was just 13 years old, an allegation that she confirmed in 2020 with a video titled Addressing Everything, in which she refers to her actions as completely stupid. And it was also like a thing, if I understand correctly, she was doing like an auction with her clothing, she was giving away clothing to fans, and I think Adam said that he wanted her panties and bra, and that may not be right, but I don't think that in itself was grooming. I don't think there was any intentions on moving forward any way, shape, or form from that initial reaction, although it was extremely inappropriate of her to do that. Anyway, Adam also alleged that Colleen brought up sex several times in a group chat called Weenies with other fans when he was a teenager by asking him if he was a virgin and what his favorite position was. Again, extremely inappropriate, not good. These are the things that she genuinely deserved to be called out for and criticized for, 100%. Another fan, Bray, told the Huffington Post that Miranda would trauma dump on him and other young fans on the Weenies chat after her divorce from YouTuber Joshua Evans in 2016, and that they were essentially enlisted to defend her online in the wake of their split. And this is all justifiably bad things. I mean, not justifiably, unjustifiably bad things that she deserved to be criticized and called out for. Weaponizing your fan base when you garner one is a gross misuse of power and should be called out, especially when they're like all little kids. The immediate fallout was swift and things only got worse from there. Colleen responded to the initial wave of allegations with a 10-minute YouTube video that featured her singing free associatively while playing the ukulele, addressing the allegations, and effectively criticizing the wave of backlash against her. The video was roundly mocked and became something of an instant meme. It absolutely did. And this was before April Cortos. Who the f is April Cortos? Who is that? What are we doing? What? Who worked as a writer assistant, a showrunner assistant, and writer's PA? Who cares? I don't care about April. April, I don't care. April, this isn't about you, April. This isn't about you, April. April. What did April pay for this article? Since all this emerged, Colleen canceled tour dates and essentially went radio silent. That is until this weekend when she returned with a new YouTube video called Fall Vlog, in which she addressed the allegations as well as the infamous ukulele video. Obviously, the last video I posted on here is really embarrassing to say the least, she said, after apologizing for being gone so long. So yeah, that's that. And obviously, Colleen is still not held to a very favorable opinion by the community. One of the more disgusting stories that came out from all this that was not discussed here was that one of her friends, Trisha Paytas, who at the time she had a podcast with, what would happen is Colleen would invite people over to her house to have parties where she would allegedly just make fun of Trisha. She would gather everyone around to look at photos from Trisha's adult film stuff and make fun of her body. That alone, if that's true or even half true, is absolutely disgusting. I think Colleen is probably a pretty screwed up individual, not a very good person, and I don't think her new apology video really is going to sway people one way or the other. At least this is something, though, that resembles a genuine apology and not her just singing with a ukulele. That was completely ridiculous. But yeah, overall, I don't think really much has happened here. This is just my summary of everything that happened because I never made a video talking about it to begin with. And I hope you liked it. If you liked the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike the video. Either way, leave a comment. because I think comments help the video. So I don't care what you have to say, just say it. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and stick around, turn notifications on. I do live streams whenever I want. I have a terrible schedule with that, but I do them and they're fun, and you should come by and join the Discord. But that's all from me. Bye guys. Thank you so much for watching.
All aboard the toxic gossip train. You chatting down the tracks of disinformation. The toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to a manipulation station. Toxic gossip train. Tie me to the tracks and harass me, corn my past. The rumors look like facts. If you don't mind the gaps, I won't survive in the crash. But hey, at least you're having fun.